we broke it down. The day after that, I left and had surgery, came back, and it's just been, recovery ever since. We originally were gonna kind of just try to come back after the Browns game, but I'm doing really good. I'm feeling really healthy, ahead of the protocol, so it feels good.
Torn pectoral muscle sounds like it hurts a lot. I mean, I haven't done it. Don't weightlift like that. But was it painful? I sucked out being out here, but was it also painful journey back?
No. I'd say the hardest thing about like injuries when you're an athlete is you just wrap your identity so much into what you do on the field. So like when you're not out there, it becomes difficult because you don't know, one, what to do, how people view you. I just started worrying about just the things I could control, and that was showing up every day, getting my rehab in, being a good teammate, trying to coach up the young guys. Well, I mean, I'm still a young guy, but doing my best to do my 1/11th from the sideline.
What's the next hurdle to go from the individual drills back to the team portion?
Yeah, so right now we're just in a ramp-up period. So over the next 2 weeks, it'll just be more and more. So I've been doing. You guys don't see me, but I was in the indoor for the last 3 weeks, and just grinding in there, trying to get as familiar with contact again as possible. Working in those weird positions I don't want to be in, but just working through those, seeing if those cause pain, and we're progressing really well. So you guys will see me a lot more involved down the road.
I know you had dates set as far as getting back to the practice field, but now that you're there early, is Denver like kind of something you have your
as far as I'm concerned, the next 2 games are not on the plate. That's not we're worried about Brazil.
Do you feel confident you can make Brazil?
Without a doubt. I'm not supposed to talk about timelines and stuff like that, but if you see me out there today, you'll see me in Brazil.
Are you full strength? I'm not talking playing wise, as in actually physically strong wise. Are you back to full strength?
So yeah, what you do is part of my physical. I was put in several different positions. They use this handheld meter to test my strength in all those positions, and everything was within or above my good arm, within like a 5% threshold of strength or better. So.
Any advice for Zach, or words of wisdom for Zach heading out there today? Or the other way around, any advice from Zach to you? Sorry.
Just cardio. You can't simulate gameplay. When you're out there and the bullets are flying, like, you have to react, using your full limbs. He just said cardio. So I'm gonna get it in when I can.
When Jordan wasn't practicing, he was telling us that he was in the Benson Center doing stuff. He was throwing to you, he was throwing to Jaden briefly, throwing to equipment guys. So when you're working on contact and everybody else is outside, are you running into Flea and Nate, or are you running into to get your physical contact?
There's still plenty of sleds in the indoor. There's plenty of sleds in the indoor.
And I'm trying to make a joke, but in all seriousness, how much were you able to do, and how hard did you go to try and get?
Yeah, so I'm punching and striking things every single day. I set a precedent for myself. Large goal of mine this year, I want to be the best tight end in the outside zone. That's a huge ask, especially in our offense, and I want people to feel confident putting me out there to pass protect, putting me out there to run block, putting me out there to run routes. So I want to get back to playing with an edge again, and I think that the next 2 weeks will allow me to do that. I'm going to just come out every snap, and if I don't feel like I can put my best competitive effort forward, then I'm going to let the staff know we're going to be on the same page. But as far as I'm concerned, I feel great. We're in this ramp-up period right now, and I'm just very excited to get back on the field completely.
When you hear people coming back from like ACL injuries and stuff, they say they're maybe not confident in the knee until maybe they take a hit there. Are you kind of in a similar spot where until you really get a block or get a hit in that you're going to be a little questioning in, or is it not that?
No, I say especially because the training is so different here with the. So my tendon scarred down to 6 weeks with this new Dr. Kardaska and his new surgery. Like I've been working through those hoops, I guess you could say, for a while now. So, little by little, I've gotten to a full strength, like punch, The only thing I could say is getting like out of position. Like this is a spot that you just don't want to be in, and I have braces that'll prevent me from getting there. So the only thing I'm worried about is when I can get back on the field, just being ready to completely pull the pin.
You've had some extra time to reflect on last season. You've really hit a stride, it felt like, towards the end, obviously, with the opportunity from Musgrave getting injured. You were on the field, 80% of the snaps of the offense. How much is that memory of last year, firing you this year to get back out there?
Well, I just really, I took what opportunity I had and I ran with it. There was a point in the season last year where I had to look myself in the mirror and say, if I'm only going to get opportunities to run block and pass pro, then I'm going to be the best on our team at run block and pass pro. So those opportunities carried through 3 weeks, and my career changed with a flat route. I didn't have to have a coach try to get me open. I got myself open, caught a ball in the flat, turned up. I stepped out of bounds, but it was a play that was able to highlight my athleticism and potential the impact I can make in this offense. So I'm just still thinking back to those moments too. I'm excited, like I said, to get going again.
Is that your favorite route now, a flat route?
I'm not going to say it's my favorite route, but they're important ones. Everyone is for spacing and timing of the quarterback.
Tucker, how night and day was the confidence for you off that one play? I mean, just being able to put it out there.
Well, what it does is it rolls into the next week or the next rep. So that play happened, and you feel like juiced up. Your mind. For me, like when I hit the field, I try to play at a low number. Like some people play like D linemen, linebackers. I don't know. They might play super high now. Scale 1 to 10, they might play to 10. I try to play like a 4. I need to play calm. I need to play with my eyes, so then I can play with my hands and feet. So for me, those big plays, I have to like reset myself. I mean, kind of. As my career's progressed and I've came out of a lot more huddles and I've heard the same play multiple times, things have changed. I can play the game within the game, so to say. But yeah, the confidence just rolls, play to play, week to week, and you got to flush the last play, and then you got to play your next play like it could be your last play. So that's philosophy. It's something I've carried through college from my coach Stiglmeyer. He's retired now.
Is that going to affect the hurdling anymore? Is that still in the?
That is not a pre-planned thing. More or less, I'm just going to do whatever I can for the team to get yards. That'll be what I am moving forward. If a DB tackles me in the open field, that's because he had the sideline to help him. That's how I am moving forward.